welcome back or welcome to the channel if you're new as Sahara. Today's video is going to be an updated brow tutorial. So I've done one I think in the past, and it was on, at the time, I think I've done two brow tutorials. One was like just figuring out if I like the brow product, and the other one was actually I think doing one. I can't remember, but I'll probably link it down below anyway. And it was of the new, at the time, Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in the shade at 315 Deep Brown. So today I have an updated brow tutorial because if you've seen my previous video, which was like the transforming into a TikTok e-girl e-boy, I actually cut the tail of my brows, which I'll insert that clip of the video here. Ashley, but she goes by Ash Got Cakes, and she did that look and I really like how it came out, so I might try that today, which means that we may have to say goodbye to the tail of the brows. It's okay, my brows will grow back, so I'm not mad at it, but I do really want to try it. I was like, I should do a video on it, and this right here would be the perfect time. The things that I do. And I barely wear makeup, only for like videos or when I'm doing pictures, so I'm gonna have to walk around this until my brows decide to grow back. Sometimes it's good to do something different for a change, you know? Oh my gosh. You guys know that this means I'm gonna have to wear makeup. There's this new trend going around that's called like the fox eye, where everything just looks lifted and snatched and pulled back, and you shade the tail of your brows to give a more lifted look on the brows, and you fill them in straight that way. And then you also do like this wing liner that kind of goes more in an upright direction. Now I do really like using this one because it has more of a triangular shape to it rather than one of those pointed pencils that will easily break. You can also use like a dip brow pomade, something like that, but I don't have that. I always like just start filling it in towards the bottom part of the brow first, and of course we want it just winged out, and then I just start like outlining the top of the brow as well, and we want this just brought out on both sides. Now when I shaved my brows, I really liked how this looked. I did not have to like walk around with makeup on because I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks terrible. But this side for some reason is longer than this side, so that's the only thing that sucks. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it in. That was almost like a week ago that I did that transformation video, and my brow hairs are already grown back. Sorry about that, gum. And towards the part that you extend, you want it to look a little darker to match with your brows. Now I'm going to go in with like one of the thickest concealers that I have, and also one that's closest to my skin tone, because you know we don't want to draw attention with a concealer that's going to be too light, too dark, or whatever. So I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Concealer in the shade Medium 39. This one is a stick form, so you can use like a stick foundation, stick concealer, but I'm going to use the stick concealer today in a flat, thin brush from BH Cosmetics that I should have washed. So this is how the concealer looks. I don't like this concealer for under the eyes. I don't know, it's just it brings a lot of texture to the skin. Like it looks like I have textured skin when I don't, so that's why I don't like it. But I do like it for cleaning up the brows, and you definitely want something that's going to be as thick as possible to cover up any unwanted hairs. So again, we just want to clean it up in the direction that we filled it in. Now I don't apply liner after I do my foundation just in case I mess up. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply the tape on the outer part like I usually do, and this time I'm gonna put the tape a little bit, well, I'm gonna apply the tape a little bit higher on the eyes than I usually do. Normally I just apply it right there because my brow, the tail of my brow usually stops like right about there. So I'm gonna apply it a little bit higher this time. Alright, so that should be good. And then on the other side, same thing. Now I'm gonna apply some concealer on the eyes. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in a satin finish. It doesn't matter which concealer you apply on the eyes, so I'm just gonna apply this one because it's the most hydrating. I'm gonna use the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in a shade Banana. So for this part, like I said, you can do liner. I don't know if I said it, but you can do eyeliner, like a liquid liner, or you can do an eyeshadow to really smoke it out. I'm gonna start with the wing liner from Kat Von D, and then I'm gonna smoke it out with a little bit of black eyeshadow.
Maybe you're in Australia, maybe even on the coast, disguised in regalia and making the most of the...
So something easy like this, but see, more angled up instead of down. Let's see, I have so many palettes for the black eyeshadow, shouldn't be that hard. This is the Bad Habit Cult Mystere palette called Lacquer Lush. To smudge it out, you can definitely use a Q-tip, and to do that you just dip your Q-tip in the black eyeshadow, blow it off, and then just smudge it like this, which would definitely be easier. Or you can use just like a regular brush, dip it in, and then smudge it as well. Today I'm going to try a different method and use the Q-tip. And here's the black. So I actually forgot to explain what I'm doing in this part, but I'm applying the black eyeshadow directly onto the liner, blending that out, and then working my way up a little bit, just a little bit above the liner. That will give that smoked out look where it will fade. And this will also work good to do a smudge wing liner. If you don't want to use liquid liner, just go right in with a Q-tip. And for the style of lashes you want to apply, you want to make sure they're like more flared, they're more flared out on the outer part. I think I threw away all my lashes that are like that. I have these baby wispies right here that have that style where they're small in the inner part and flared out at the end. And then I also have these lashes right here that I cut. So I think I'm going to double stack today just so I can get that more flared out at the end that I really want. And I do think I need to cut these baby lashes because I don't think I cut them in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these, let them like dry. Let them dry down for about 30-40 seconds, and then I'll be right back to apply them on camera. So now that I've applied the baby demi wispies, like I said, you can't really see them, but they are like the flared out type. So now I'm going to stack the ones that I cut shorter on the outer part. The lashes that I'm stacking, they have their own glue on it, but it's kind of just mixing in with the other lashes glue. By the way, while I was off camera, I also decided to apply my foundation. I was like, let me just apply my face makeup off camera. Blush is gonna get on my nerves. For primer, I applied the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, and then on top of that, let me make sure that's closed. On top of that, for foundation, I applied the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I wanted to see, did that foundation cling to any dry patches over this primer, and it's not at all. So this primer is really good. I know I reviewed it already, and I said that I didn't want to apply it over this foundation because I'm like, this foundation needs a oil, so it is slightly sticking to some dry patches on the lower part of my cheek area, but as far as everywhere else, it looks really good. I'm just gonna keep doing my makeup on camera since I'm already here. So for concealer, I'm going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer in a shade 100W. By the way, the foundation is in a shade Neutral Tan. Almost forgot to mention that. So concealer, I'm going to use a little bit of that now. You just want to make sure that when cleaning up the eye area, bring it up around here to meet up with this part right here to make sure all of that is blended in. Make sure none of this black eyeshadow is going back down to this too. This sponge that I have, it's really good, but this flat round part at the top makes it harder to blend the concealer. For cream contour, I'm going to use whatever is left in this Wet n Wild concealer. This is the shade Dark Cocoa. And I'm also going to bring a little bit up here as well. Sometimes I just like blend it right down here, and I feel like it looks like it's just there, you know, it needs to be blended up here more. Alright, that is all I'm going to use. Ooh. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, oh my gosh, why is everything falling? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Ben 9 banana powder to set. For powder bronzer, I'm just going to use the ones that I mixed in here with the Lancome. This is the Turks and Caicos bronzer by e.l.f. and the dark and tan bronzers from the NYX Highlight and Contour Kit. Blush, I'm going to go in with the Black Up blush in the shade at number 6. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with Fenty Beauty Mean Money and Hustler Baby. Hustler Baby on the face. I'm also making sure not to bring it up here where those brow hairs are, because we do not want to highlight those and bring attention to that. So keep the highlight in that C shape but lower. And then I'm going to go in with Mean Money, the softer highlighter, and put that in the center of the face. I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter and apply that in the inner corner. For lips, I'm going to go ahead and apply L'Oreal Infallible Lip Liner in the shade Brown and Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Hudson. my god, is that bird again?
This is 3 big birds.
You can always add mascara, liner, eyeshadow, whatever you want to the lower lash line, but I'm just going to keep it like this bare because I want all the focus to be around in this area. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little how-to video, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!